in Chongqing, China. The weather here is starting to turn a little cooler. It's a little rainy today, as you can see from the ground. Now what I'm going to introduce you guys today is a specialty noodle here in Chongqing. Now this noodle is called Wanzamian. So I'm going to take you to two different places today. You're going to see the original Wanzamian, as well as another restaurant that does a little something different with it. Chongqing is known as one of the spice capitals of China. They use a lot of Szechuan peppercorns, which numbs your mouth. But then they also add in a lot of chilies. So let's get started. Now the first place that I'm going to is actually called YanJing XiaoMian. So this is a chain that's all over Chongqing. I've been here many times before. Really looking forward to it. Hey, 你好。稍二位吗？稍二位点菜吗？ OK， 好。我要一碗Wanzamian。
一个。
对，张成了。对。
不就来做嘛？你好。Wanzamian。
吃什么面？
那个Wanzamian他说的。
Wanzamian。
要辣椒不？
要，张成了。
好。
加点鸡蛋嘛，来鸡蛋。
不要。
那16块钱。
哎，说得多好耶！
收请八道账16元。
谢谢你。
家里啥？我们重庆的面要多喝一下。边吃边喝，越喝越好。
So these noodles, as you can see, these noodles have ground pork. They have some veg, usually bok choy, and then they have chickpea noodles. Now underneath is where they put all the chili oil and all that Szechuan peppercorn. So that's where all the flavor is. So you really have to mix it up. So if you ever order these noodles here in Chongqing, the first thing that the workers are going to tell you is to mix it up. And if you don't do it well enough, they will help you with it. So you can see how underneath is just all that goodness. So I think I'll mix it up enough here. So what I'm going to do is take the first bite. So good and so creamy with those chickpeas. So I think we'll try to find a vegetable here. So we'll eat this. Now Wanzamian is usually eaten at breakfast by a lot of the local people here. So like the taxi drivers, the rideshare drivers, even a lot of office people will eat this on their way to work. So as you eat it, you keep mixing it up to make sure you get all the ingredients in every bite. You want those flavors really mixed in. Now this one here at YanJing XiaoMian is one of my favorites. I'll be sure to leave the address here written somewhere on the video so that you can come here and enjoy it for yourself. Now like I said, there are multiple locations around Chongqing. All of them are pretty good. 非常好。
非常香啊。
十分好。So you can see in the bottom here, I've now eaten all the noodles, but what you really want is a spoon to scoop all this up. Would make life a lot easier, but they do not provide you with a spoon. So you're kind of left to your own devices to try and scoop it up. So there you have it. I polished off this bowl. Again, had to stop myself from licking the bowl clean. There is another spot that I want to introduce you to, so let's get it. 好久不见。再见，谢谢你。再见。Yeah.
My friend can speak English, but he likes making friends. So he wants to add your WeChat.
Oh, sure, 可以。
Thank you, thank you.
没问题。
哦，你会说中文的对吗？
可以，一点点。
你什么时候来的重庆？
我住在重庆，我住在重庆3年多了。
哦，
对。
OK，
好。
Thank you very much.
好，再见。So being a foreigner in Chongqing, you really stand out. I remember all through COVID times, I'd walk out in the streets, you know, day after day, and I wouldn't see another foreigner for about 2 weeks, another visible foreigner like myself. Now after COVID, foreigners are starting to come back, but it's not like it was before COVID times. So a lot of locals are more curious. Some of them just want to practice English. Some of them just want to know where you're from. Some of them will just stand there and stare at you or take photos. And possibly to quite a few of them, I might be the first foreigner that they've ever met. Kind of hard to believe, but it is true. So now this next Wanzamian place, their specialty, they actually burn the chilies and then they make the chili oil sauce. So it makes for a much spicier dish. It does give it a very different flavor than what I just enjoyed. So I can't wait to get there and introduce you guys to it. Now it is just a short walk, so we should be there soon. So again, this is also one of my favorites, but it is pretty spicy, so don't come here too often. So you can see these noodles here, they're actually, she's putting in some wontons. They look so good. You can see from the soup that's more of a black than a red.
好了，要肥肠，你选点儿。你肥肠要加蛋糕？加。一个的嘛，里面加了3个蛋糕。那个只要咋选？
You can see here she's adding some ground pork and some chickpeas. 你好。
你好，2点韭菜叶。
2碗。
2个韭菜叶儿小面哈。没有，马上哈，来给煮你们的。
不要1碗Wanzamian。
OK。
张长辣。
好，开会了。你没加蛋哈，他们要加蛋的。快你买细的。
我是细的。2个是蛋吗？来，你买是蛋。
我的Wanzamian我要干的。
好的，正常了，辣哦。
辣的，但是干的。
好的。
不要痛。So you can see here all the toppings that they'll add to it. You have some salt, some MSG. You have scallions. You have their signature chili oil and their burnt chilies. Here they have the ground pork, the chickpeas, some eggs. So here I've just received my Wanzamian. Now you can see it's the same as the other spot. Very similar. You have the chickpeas, you have the ground pork, you have some veg. Noodles are underneath, and then under all of that is where the chili oil is. So here now, as I mix it up, you can see all the burnt chilies, which makes the soup base black. You can see how this one is black as opposed to orange or red from the last restaurant that we were at. You can really see when I mix it up the darkness of the chili oil and how much of a difference that makes. So here we are going in for the first bite. I can tell you right off, this is extremely spicy, much spicier than the previous spot that I was at. They also have Chongqing in it instead of bok choy. They use a slightly different noodle at this restaurant as well. So I'll put the address somewhere on the screen here. So should you find yourself in Chongqing looking for a great bowl of noodles, you'll be able to find this place. Now this bowl of noodles, the second it hits my mouth, it warms up your whole body. You can feel it from your head to your toes. It's so spicy. Right now I can feel it going down into my stomach. Just feel all that heat, all that spice. Now what I have here, what I actually ordered, was medium spicy or normal spicy. Now I have quite a few local friends that cannot eat this. They'll go for the little spice or no spice bowl of noodle. Now getting a medium spice noodle comes with a bit of a downside. It is really spicy, but the upside is that there's a lot more flavor. Now this restaurant here today is actually quite busy. I'd say the busiest I've ever seen it, but the reason for that could be because it's 10 after 12, so everyone is on their lunch break. This would be a popular spot here in the city. Now unfortunately I'm not going to be able to finish this bowl of noodles. That's not because it's not amazing. It is amazing. Their specialty is this burnt chili Wanzamian. However, after eating the previous bowl of noodles and the second one on top of that, I'm not going to finish this, but I can feel my mouth heating up as the seconds pass. So there you have it, the burnt chili Wanzamian noodles here in Chongqing. So there you have it. Now I've taken you to two of my favorite Wanzamian places here in Chongqing. This is their specialty noodle dish that a lot of people will eat for breakfast or lunch. So I do recommend, if you find yourself in Chongqing and you want to try special Chongqing dish, this is the one. You won't regret it. Check these two places out, and we'll see you in the next one.